Low-carbohydrate diets offer a compelling metabolic strategy that taps into the body's ancient wisdom of responding to nutrient scarcity with renewal rather than decline. When carbohydrates are restricted, the body undergoes a subtle shift, a form of nutrient stress that doesn't harm, but instead signals cells to adapt, recycle, and become more efficient. This response mimics the effects of fasting, activating key cellular pathways that initiate autophagy, the process by which the body clears out damaged components and rebuilds from within. Far from being a mere diet trend, low-carb eating can serve as a catalyst for cellular rejuvenation and resilience, and its intimate relationship with autophagy helps explain why so many people report enhanced mental clarity, better metabolic health, and reduced inflammation when following such dietary patterns. The biological underpinnings are elegant in their simplicity. Reducing carbohydrate intake lowers post-meal blood glucose and suppresses insulin release. Insulin, when elevated, acts as a signal that nutrients are abundant. This encourages cells to grow and divide, but also halts autophagy. With insulin suppressed, an opposing cascade is activated. AMP-activated protein kinase, AMPK, a key energy sensor, becomes more active when cellular energy levels drop. When AMPK is turned on, it functions like a conductor signaling the need to conserve energy and clean house. One of AMPK's most important roles is its ability to inhibit mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin, a major promoter of cellular growth and an inhibitor of autophagy. With mTOR dialed down and AMPK elevated, autophagy can proceed, initiating the breakdown and recycling of misfolded proteins, dysfunctional mitochondria, and accumulated toxins. What makes low-carb diets particularly effective in this regard is that they often sustain this autophagy-permissive state throughout the day, especially when combined with other lifestyle practices like intermittent fasting, exercise, or ketogenic adaptation. Without the frequent glucose spikes that come from high-carb meals, the body becomes more metabolically flexible, learning to switch between burning glucose and fat-derived ketones. Ketones themselves may further support autophagy, acting as signaling molecules that protect neurons, reduce oxidative stress, and influence gene expression. In this sense, low-carb eating doesn't just mimic fasting. It becomes a sustainable way of nudging the body into a repair mode without requiring prolonged food abstinence. There's also a broader systemic benefit. As autophagy is activated, tissues throughout the body, from the brain to the liver to the muscles, begin to function more efficiently. In the brain, enhanced autophagy may help reduce the accumulation of amyloid plaques and support cognitive resilience. In the liver, it helps clear excess fat and detoxify the body more effectively. In muscle tissue, it removes damaged mitochondria, promoting healthier energy production and endurance. The result is not merely weight loss or blood sugar control, but an overarching shift towards cellular optimization. Yet, perhaps the most compelling aspect of this relationship between low-carb nutrition and autophagy is the precision it offers. Unlike blanket caloric restriction or extreme fasting, a well-formulated low-carb diet can target the same beneficial pathways with greater flexibility and fewer side effects. It can be customized to an individual's metabolic needs, allowing them to maintain muscle mass, support hormone balance, and still harness the regenerative power of autophagy. Even moderate reductions in carbohydrate intake, without going fully ketogenic, can yield improvements in insulin sensitivity and AMPK activation, allowing people to find a sustainable middle ground. In creative terms, a low-carb diet can be seen not just as a method of energy intake, but as a form of cellular choreography. Each reduction in glucose availability sets the stage for internal recalibration. Old components are dismantled, misbehaving cells are reprogrammed or removed, and fresh structures are built with greater precision. It's not just about removal, it's about refinement. Like a forest fire clearing underbrush to allow for new growth, autophagy, triggered by nutrient stress, prepares the body for long-term vitality. This perspective transforms dietary choices from simple calorie counts into powerful biological signals. By consciously reducing carbohydrate intake, we engage ourselves in a dynamic conversation about survival, repair, and evolution. And rather than being a rigid rulebook, the low-carb framework becomes a tool of empowerment, one that aligns with the rhythms of metabolism, the demands of modern life, and the ancient mechanisms of self-renewal that keep us strong.